Sweet, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. So my question was, as far as like welfare check, if CPS from a different state were to ask you to go check on the welfare of the kids, let's say in a new house, and when you got there, the parents denied allowing you access to the house. Do you have any sort of legal justification for going in there based on what the CPS has been saying, or just that CPS requested or anything like that?
Do we have anything more than just a, a broad CPS request to check welfare? Like, have we got any details from this CPS about what gives them concern about the child's safety? That would be the first thing I'd want to know.
Right.
Um,
So I had that today. They didn't deny it, but I just kind of it was like something that came to my head. They didn't give us any other information as to why they wanted us to do welfare check. They just like requested a welfare check. They had these people that they dealt with before, and then they know that they moved to our town, so they asked us to do welfare check on it. They didn't give us any other information other than that.
John, yeah, I think we're probably thinking the same thing. But what do you?
Yeah, so basically, if they're refusing entry, the only thing that you're going to be able to rely on with regard to the home is the emergency aid doctrine, right? And so what you would need to articulate is that you have an objectively reasonable basis to believe that an emergency is occurring. That would allow you to make a warrantless entry into the home to check places that could reasonably be related and have a nexus to that emergency. And so really it depends on what the particularity is of the information provided. And I will tell you, one of the worst cases that I ever was involved in stems from a very similar fact pattern to what you are referring to. But they gave a lot more information. And so we had an objectively reasonable basis to believe that an emergency was occurring. And so over the parent's objection, we did force entry into the home and we discovered that there was an emergency occurring and we were able to address it. And so if CPS is going to be reaching out for you and requesting welfare checks like this, understand you're not going to be able to make a warrantless entry unless you have specific facts that support an emergency is actively occurring in the house. And so I recommend before you go over there, if you are anticipating, based on prior history with that family, that they are going to be hostile, uncooperative, and antagonistic, you need to make contact with that CPS worker and get it clear in your head, get it straight in your supervisor's head where you're at.
Awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't add anything to that. Yeah, I mean, we fortunately we know who our caller is. We have the ability to call them back if we need more information. But yeah, the particularity of and the degree of urgency that the CPS worker can provide is going to determine your authority here. Yep.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you.